So, All-Star Battle R has been out for a while now, and it seems people are having a lot of fun with the game. I'm loving it so far and looking forward to updates the game gets. And all this had me wondering just who else may be joining the roster. So in this video, I'm going to try to predict the 4 Season Pass DLC characters. Here's the rules. New Moon Poochie is arriving as a free update. We already know that, so I'm not going to include him here. And I'm going to exclude the leftover Eyes of Heaven characters, specifically Stroheim, Indul, Alternate World Dio, and Diego, and Jojo. I don't think the devs will add those characters, since that would mean asking fans to pay for characters that they could have reasonably squeezed onto the base roster anyway. They had the assets. So without further ado, let's get to who I'm predicting for the Season Pass. I feel like Risotto is definitely going to be one of the 4, possibly even the first DLC character to come out, considering that the first one comes out on November 3rd of this year. Risotto's inclusion would give us another villain character, and a pretty unique one considering his rivalry with Diavolo. Coming up with moves for Risotto isn't that hard either. Obviously, he can have scalpels as projectiles, he could have some sort of range-based health draining thing with his iron manipulation, or could inflict status ailments on the opponent with Metallica, kind of similarly to how Prosciutto uses the Grateful Dead. And I know that the 2 games play differently from each other, but Risotto was even included in the Jojo Battle Royale game Last Survivor, so I'm pretty sure he could work in a game like All-Star Battle R. I think he'd fit in just fine, and I think he'd be such a sick character to put in the game. People were wondering where Weather Report was since the Part 6 trailer was shown for the game. He hasn't been included so far because of his significance in Stone Ocean being spoilery for anime-onlys, just like with New Moon Poochie. So despite not making the base roster, I think we all know he'll make it here at some point. Weather's moveset is kind of self-explanatory, so making a moveset for him would be pretty easy. The devs have his assets from Eyes of Heaven, and I think just recently data miners found an updated model of the stand Weather Report in this game's files, so he's a shoo-in. He'll probably be the second character to drop for the Season Pass. The second date is for the character is January 12th, 2023, and it's suspected that the final batch of Stone Ocean episodes drops in January of next year, so I think he's definitely going to be making it in then. The next 2 characters I'm less certain on. The third character drops on March 2nd, 2023. I'm not sure if that date has any significance, but at this point, the Stone Ocean anime will probably be all wrapped up, and we might see a character come from that final batch as one of these DLC characters, so I'm guessing Rikio. I'll avoid spoiling the significance of this character for anime-onlys, but I think he is the only minor villain from Stone Ocean's last portion who would fit into a fighting game like ASBR. With his ability, he'd have some close range and some long range capabilities, and if the devs really get creative with him, we could see Rikio joined by 2 other minor villains from that portion of the story who have a special connection to old Rikio. I wanted to make my final prediction a major one, but when you consider that the final DLC edition in the original game was Shigechi, it may be wise to keep your expectations low. So with that in mind, my final guess is Yotsuyu Yagiyama. I've heard it said that one of the game devs stated that a DLC character would be a deep cut, and Yotsuyu definitely fits that description. He's a minor villain in JoJolion who's defeated early on and honestly just kind of got forgotten about. Anime-onlys wouldn't have a clue who he is, and I don't think too many JoJolion fans would even be expecting him, since most JoJolion fans seem to be hoping for Toru, maybe even Jobin. If any other JoJolion characters make it, I think it'll probably be Yotsuyu or maybe somebody early on like Ojiro, but I doubt that just based on how his stand works. Because I just think that Toru is probably too spoilery for the devs to go for him. Yotsuyu's stand, I Am a Rock, allows him to make someone a gravitational point for a type of object to be drawn towards them. So he'd probably be a zoner if he made it in the game. That sounds kind of obnoxious, but it'd be cool to see a JoJolion character other than just Josuke be in the game. And Josuke's moveset, Josuke 8, he's not been updated in any respects. So he fits where he was when he fought Yotsuyu or Ojiro or somebody like that. So I'd expect one of those. Yotsuyu makes more sense out of him and Ojiro to me. Who are you expecting to make it in as DLC? Let me know in the comments. Keep your eyes out for more videos from me on this topic. I'll be dropping a wish list of some JoJo characters that I'd like to see make it in that I'm pretty sure aren't going to make it in, but hey, it'll make for a fun video. It's a fun topic. So, just do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment, and I'm out.